just when he thought it couldn't get better. It's really convenient and the service is extensions down faster, like you've never experienced before. The people of the kingdom are quick to lend a hand. The duty to protect your
Fuel for what I do is purely my faith. My own strength is limited, right? I only have so many hours in a day, I only have 2 hands, and there's only so much I can do. There's a phrase that we have in the Bible, it's a Latin phrase, it's Imago Dei, and what it means is image of God. And what it means is if you treat someone, if they're an image bearer of God, is their value is the same as my value. And not only that, their value is so high that Christ would come down and die for them. And that's everybody. That's everyone who's Shona, everyone who's Malawian, everyone who's colored, black, the homeless person, the rich person who lives in Nordic, right? And I have to treat them at that value, regardless of where they're from. So that is how I treat people. Walls in front here, so coming here with the wall. It is a full clean, which means I want you to challenge range of motion in the squat. There's a deep camel squat. L327 stands for Lamentations 3:27. It's an Old Testament chapter and verse that reads, "It is good for man to bear the yoke while he's young." I think it's interesting to explain the language in it. It says man, but when it says man, it really refers to all mankind. So the thought was, it's good for you to have discipline when you're young. That way you can build upon that, and it helps you to be successful later in life.
Can I see a picture? No, the picture.
I have 3 very lovely, energetic children and a lovely, supportive wife named Lindsay. What I do definitely wouldn't be possible without them. What we do is we provide a space for young people, male and female, to train and to learn kind of the methodology of functional fitness. It's also called CrossFit as well.
My name is Olani. I'm from the township called Masi. I'm 16 years old. The gym and Coach Gabriel helped me a lot in boosting my confidence. I was a person that never believed in myself. It was always hard to find what's the beauty in me. So he helped me boost up my confidence and find what's the value of my life.
So Yolani, I remember the first time I met him, he was 12, and I actually have a picture of it. He came with a friend of ours to the beach to celebrate my wife's birthday. Seeing him now, he has this really deep voice and like just this way about him, he just puts you at ease. But he has this smile, and just seeing him grow is a cool thing, and his background is just like a crazy background. And it's very cool to be alongside of him and just kind of help push him, keep continuing to push him in that direction.
Coach Gabriel is a playful person. He likes play. He likes seeing other people happy. He's a shoulder to cry on. He doesn't charge you. He lets you be yourself.
So I'm originally from the States, and I think my situation's a little bit different in that this wasn't the first culture that I had to integrate in. I started off in South Korea in 2014, and that culture is the complete opposite of Western culture being an Eastern culture. With language issues, you're kind of thrown into the deep end, you have to kind of adapt very quickly. And the lessons I learned from that definitely helped me incorporating or being more comfortable in South African culture. I'm pretty comfortable with being uncomfortable. I'm pretty comfortable with being the odd man or the weird guy out. It's kind of like a role that I've had my entire life.
It's a seasoned professional infantry near. Get ready for his fourth big appearance. Nigeria offers.
So if you look here, we lived in these flats the first 6 years we lived in South Africa. The second balcony, the middle one, that was our flat for 6 years.
Always come to get snacks for the guys and the girls, since we have 2 girls now. So it's always hard to kind of figure out how much food I need, but the ratio I figured is a bag of apples per day, and the oranges I can make stretch for the 3 days that we trade. I just leave them in my trunk. Then what tends to happen is they'll eat the whole thing in one day. I think one of the coolest things I see now is seeing guys, when new people come into the gym, just kind of automatically step into that leadership role where they're like showing them the ropes, like, okay, when coach says this is what it means. This is what that movement looks like, and just kind of like creating an environment where they feel safe to lead, which is sorely needed, not just in African culture, but in the world. One of the greatest challenges I face in South Africa is you can always do something once in South Africa. You do great, amazing things once. Like, you can put on a great event. The question is, can you maintain that? Can you set up the infrastructure for that to keep going? I can build a great gym, but can I run that gym for 5 years straight? You know, with like load shedding, water issues, et cetera, you know? And I find that's the greatest issue in South Africa. You can come and do stuff once, great, but can you make it sustainable?